Hello, live from London, this is BBC News. Israel confirms it hit an ambulance, saying it was being used by Hamas operatives. Hamas says a convoy was struck twice, killing dozens of people. The US Secretary of State urges a humanitarian pause in the war, but Israel's Prime Minister says there'll be no temporary truce until all hostages are released. The leader of the proscribed terror group Hezbollah says that there's a realistic possibility of total war. And the so-called crypto king, Sam Bankman-Fried, is facing decades in prison after being found guilty of fraud and money laundering. Hello, I'm Lucy Gray. Israel says its troops in Gaza are engaged in face-to-face combat with fighters from Hamas. The Israeli military says its troops have now completely encircled Gaza City in the north of the territory, almost 4 weeks since the start of this war. The US Secretary of State Antony Blinken has been back in Tel Aviv as Washington increases the pressure for a humanitarian pause. Meanwhile, the leader of Hezbollah, like Hamas, are proscribed as a terrorist organisation by many Western governments, has spoken from a secret location. Hassan Nasrallah praised the Hamas attacks and said the possibility of total war is realistic. More foreign nationals have been getting out of Gaza at the Rafah crossing point into Egypt. 124 British nationals were on the list of people allowed to leave today. The Hamas-run health ministry in Gaza says more than 9,000 people have been killed in the Strip since October the 7th, after Hamas killed 1,400 people in the attacks in southern Israel. Our correspondent Paul Adams is in Jerusalem for us and gave us a breakdown of what's been happening today, from the ground operation to the strike on the ambulance in Gaza.
Ambulance